Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. I'm sure you are having a wonderful morning with us today because it's going to be a wonderful melodious morning throughout the show to be continued actually. Right now, as guests on our show, we are very privileged to have Mr. Himanshu Nanda, the Director of Music of Chinmaya Nadabindu, the Gurukul in India, and of course Mrs. Gauri Mahindaran, the Director of Chord Sri Lanka.
Alright, Mrs. Gauri, starting off with you. Tell us about the Chord Sri Lanka initiative. How did this occur in the beginning?
It was started in 2005 to serve mainly the tsunami affected women as well as the war widows and the orphan children. So it's a service wing of Chinmaya Mission where we work with women by training them as well as giving them support through bank loans and also to market their products. These are people who were never a breadwinner of the family and suddenly they are drawn into being a breadwinner and they are saddled with many issues.
Yes.
So we thought we would help them by trying to help them build up economical stability and also a mental status to lead a normal life.
And tomorrow you're having a show in Kadiresan Hall. Please tell us about
tomorrow we are having a program with Himanshu Nanda at Kadiresan Hall, 6:30 p.m. Bamblapitiya. It is for this towards our program where we are trying to raise money to help this cause.
Okay, Mr. Himanshu Nanda, I'm very honored to interview you right now because I'm a big fan of Hari Prasad Chaurasha ji. Tell us about that and tell us how you were a student of his and all your wonderful music that you have produced.
You know, I got this opportunity to stay with Panditji in his Gurukul. I am the privileged few who got this opportunity to stay with him.
Yes.
And it is in Indian music, this Gurukul Parampara, it is something very, very unique and very different. We not only learn music, we learn how our Guru behaves, how he talks.
Exactly.
And entirely how he is immersed in this ocean of music.
Okay.
It is not just learning few ragas, it is learning and experiencing a overall personality of your master, and you try to learn everything.
Exactly.
That's the Gurukul Parampara.
Is music a spiritual experience for you?
Always.
It's always
And it is I would like to say it is only because the grace of my Guru Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasya ji and my spiritual master Swami Tejo Mayanand ji of Chinmaya Mission.
Okay.
So this blending of both music and spirituality together, I feel that my music is more spiritual.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Because I'm personally a big fan of your Guru and I'm very privileged to have you here right now. I would like to ask you, Mr. Himanshu Nanda, that you have composed a musical orchestra with different ragas.
Yes.
Please tell us about that process. How do you do this? How do you compose all sort of genres and of ragas together?
See, many a times I have experimented this thing, and the last I experimented is the inauguration of our Gurukul Chinmaya Nadabindu.
Okay.
The composition was known as the journey of a seeker. His journey through life, different aspects of life and all this. And generally as a composer, if you see any composer, I can tell about myself.
Yes.
We don't sit to compose something, it comes.
Of course. Yes.
See, you feel something that you want to do something, you cannot sit with your flute or harmonium and just write music. You have to stay, you have to wait for the appropriate time for the music to come to you and reveal itself. That is how all great music happens.
So that's an entirely spiritual journey, an entirely spiritual experiment right now because you're blessed to have that sort of music, right?
I feel I take my life in that way. I never thought that I am doing this. It is a mere instrument to hear and the divine will is happening through us. That is how I have learned from my masters.
Of course. Yes. The other question that I want to ask you, sir, is that tabla is usually associated with Kathak. And as a Kathak performer, hearing tabla music, as soon as you hear tabla music, you just want to dance. Tell us about that relationship between your music, between Hindustani music, tabla music, and Kathak. Is it actually, does tabla music highlight the effects and the very speciality of Kathak? How do you relate to that?
I just want to, I will not say correct you, but want to add you that tabla is an integral part of Hindustani music.
Right.
Not only Kathak.
Right.
Kathak is just a dance form.
Yes.
And tabla is, and pakhawas, of course, both of them are highly essential to support the dance. But in Hindustani music, tabla is the thing. Okay? It's like music and rhythm, they goes together. It is not someone is accompanying, they create music together.
Exactly.
And of course today I am very fortunate to have one of the world renowned maestro, Pandit Kalinath Mishra will be performing shortly.
Yes.
So it is like, you know, it's a combination, it's a creation, it's an dialogue of music between the two musicians. And tabla, of course, the rhythm is like something very unique. It's the other part of the coin. You cannot have one part only.
Yes, it's actually a conversation between
exactly
the dancer
that.
and the musician.
Musician and the...
Yeah, it's a blend, isn't it?
Exactly that.
Okay. So tell us about your experience here in Sri Lanka related to Chord Sri Lanka, and tell us about tomorrow's event, because we know that it's going to be one of the key events of Chord Sri Lanka. So tell us about that. How are you contributing to this this event?
See, I came to this country for the first time, and I find this is not different than my own country.
Yes.
People are the same, the roads are the same, the vehicles are the same, the buildings are the same. And you know, I am from Odisha, and after coming from here, I got to know that the Sri Lanka has a trace of Odisha. The emperors, the kings in thousands years back down the line, the kings were from Odisha.
Wow.
Yeah. So this way I connected myself that wow, I am also part of this country.
Is Orissa where Odissi originates
Yeah,
from?
exactly that,
Right.
Odisha.
Right.
And now coming to the cause, when Gauri Amma asked me, Himanshu, I am thinking to raise fund for this cause which is very dear to my heart. I said, Amma, I am there, I am coming and performing. And see, when this is a Chinmaya thing, we are a part of one family, we stand as one family. So this is our family function. So we are doing it together, helping each other.
Ms. Gauri, elaborating on what's over here, I think people would need to know.
Yeah, these are items, as I told you, these women, they were given in marriage at very young age.
All right.
And today they are widowed without any breadwinner.
Yes.
So we have to gradually train them with some sort of skill, with raw materials available in Jaffna or in the north or east. So these are the Palmer hats made because we want to make it something interesting,
yes.
so that it has a lining on it, as well as these are baskets and made by the women.
Yes.
And you know, you'll be surprised, women who couldn't even hold a needle in their hand, now today they have made these dresses.
Oh, that's
They
amazing.
all, yeah, they couldn't, they were never trained. So
it's a new life.
it's a new life for them.
Transformation, isn't it,
Transformation.
Yes.
These are handbags made out of cloth and bits and pieces of cloth.
Right.
So we want to make them feel that they can be productive and their products can be sold so that they can make a living, and give them an encouragement.
I think it's very important that you're giving a new life, as you said, and motivate them
Yes.
and change them in a way that positively could
We don't believe in free handouts. We always believe in development. We want them to come up with their own self-driven enthusiasm into whatever field they like to do, not what we want them to do.
That's very interesting that you said development here. Tell us how music contributes to the development of these people, of the transformation of these lives when it comes to Chord Sri Lanka as a whole.
Of course, music connects to this in a very direct way.
Yes. In fact, because 30 years of war had made them so depressed, and they are helpless, and they feel that they cannot be successful in life. So through music we can make them forget themselves and merge with the divine.
Yes.
And for a few moments they can be happy.
Yes, indeed.
And then come back with when they come to reality, because it's all in their mind. So we were trying our best to make them realize that they have a life to lead and there's hope.
Yes, and to indeed to soothe their minds and transform their mentality, their attitudes. Mr. Himanshu, the last question is from you. Tell us about tomorrow's performance and tell us about your recital tomorrow that you're going to have, and how you would like people, how you would expect people to enjoy these performances as well as merge into the course of Called Sri Lanka.
See, about tomorrow's performance, I can't say anything because Hindustani music is something, it is not written. it is so spontaneous.
Okay.
Many a time we go to the stage and we don't know what we are going to play. Many a time we meet our accompanist there on the stage itself. So this is the greatness and vastness of Hindustani music. So tomorrow I don't know what is going to happen, but what will happen, it will be divine.
Yes,
and secondly, I am feeling very proud that I am playing not just for money or something, or for name or something, but for some cause.
Indeed.
And it is like, India and Sri Lanka, they are so closely related through scriptures. We came here and searched for Ravana.
Yes. Indeed, we have a very close relationship, and just like you said, sir, it was very special to me what you said, because one of my Indian friends who is a musician once told me that we don't do art for money, and that really blew me away, because art is actually, when you're connected to money, it doesn't sound right, does it? It becomes very monetary and commercial. So when it comes to Hindustani music, very especially. So I'm very privileged to have you. Both of us are very privileged to have you here. Right now, we are going to see one of Mr. Himanshu Nanda's wonderful performances.